When you hear the phrase 1v1 me, the last thing that comes to mind is I'm going to get something out of this. I'm going to be learning from this experience. Usually the 1v1 me is used to establish dominance amongst guardians. In today's video, we're going to be covering two topics: the learner's mentality and improving overall aim and basic mechanics in 1v1s. First of all, shout out to my buddy Legends. I'm going to be leaving his Twitch down below. If you guys want to improve, you guys want to see a highly skilled player, I recommend you go check him out. You know, going up against him made me reconsider some of the ways I approach my engagements and how I will approach my engagements in the future. Second shout out to my buddy Critical Ape. He helped me get the footage in the background. I was going to use other footage, but that footage became corrupt. So Crit, appreciate it so much. Legends, whatever, bro, you beat me. So getting into today's video, we're going to be getting into the first topic, learner's mentality. Always having an open mind to learning. I'll use myself as an example. People think just because I have a YouTube channel and I perform well that I'm the best player or I'm a highly skilled player, which is far from the truth. I'm always trying to improve. Improvement is always key for me. When I log into this game and when I play this game, in my mind, every round I play, every match I play, regardless if it's against my friends, if it's quick play, if it's comp, I'm taking every chance to improve in any way. Because again, guys, if I was the best player at the game, there'd be no room for improvement and the game would be boring. So always trying to improve. When you step into the crucible, regardless if it's quick play, regardless if it's rumble, if you're going up against your friends, always play to learn. I believe Cool Guy has the phrase practice with purpose, which ultimately is the focus behind this video as well too. For me, a 1v1 isn't about bragging rights. It's to find flaws or holes in your gameplay and learn to fix them. So here are a few things you should be looking at and seeing if you're doing them, or maybe this is an area you're lacking in and need to improve. Why am I emphasizing 1v1s? Being able to beat your opponent is huge. I'm sure we've heard it at least once in our Destiny career. One of us has heard it at least once between now and Destiny 1. Just win your ones, which is 100% true. Winning the engagement in front of you gives your team the numbers advantage as to having more players on the map. So what can you do to overall improve by playing 1v1s? Getting into the first one, it's going to be during the engagement. These are three things you need to be focusing on during that engagement for your 1v1s. Is number one, your aim. Number two, am I pacing my shots properly? And number three, is flinch getting to me? Am I fighting through this flinch? Can I shoot through this flinch? First, you overall have to see how you react to that gunfight. While engaging, are you keeping your eye on the reticle? Are you aiming for critical shots? And how long are you taking in between shots? Why are you missing shots? These are things to focus on when you're doing a 1v1. You clean up your game in a private match in a 1v1, and when it comes to the real life experience, you have practice in that area. You have practice in that department. If you're getting flinched by spare rations, you're getting flinched by an Outlast pulse rifle, you have practice of going up against it and knowing how to combat that. Getting to, still focusing on the engagement. Movement and placement are great pillars for winning your 1v1s. Number one, guys, strafing. Number two, cover. And number three is going to be drop shooting. I have a whole video on drop shooting. You guys want to see it? The link is going to be at the top. Now, I recommend you take a look at it. For those who have not seen that video, this is going to give you the best advantage in any 1v1, so check it out. Are you strafing? How hard are you strafing? And is your strafe predictable? Because if a player can read how predictable your strafe is, they're just going to land their shots on you. How can you make your enemy miss? Which is great when it comes to either strafing or drop shooting. Drop shooting is a great technique to use, especially when it comes to weapons such as hand cannons. And lastly, how far are you from cover? Can you use cover to peek shoot, or can you use cover to retreat? These are things you want to focus on, because again, if you can lock it up in a private match, in a 1v1, when it comes to a real life situation, you have the advantage already. Getting into the next thing, guys, say you just looked at your radar and you notice an enemy is about to press you. How do you approach this engagement? The pre-engagement. Well, four things you want to look at here. Weapon fully reloaded, grenade prime, proper engagement distance, and pre-cover usage. Pre-engagement. Next thing you want to check is, how am I approaching this engagement? Am I priming the enemy beforehand with a grenade? Did I move too far from cover? Did I go into this fight without having a fully reloaded weapon? Am I using the proper weapon for this engagement, because it's come multiple times, guys, when there was times where I pull out my shotgun when I should have had my hand cannon out, and there's times where I pull my hand cannon out when I have my shotgun out. This is something I'm still trying to clean up myself here, the proper weapon utilization, because again, if that enemy is too close to me, I am better off using my mind benders. If that enemy is too far away from me, I am better off using my spare rations. Next, something that was recently demonstrated at a higher skill level by legends is going to be positioning. Number 1, positioning advantage. Number 2, exposure. And number 3, utilizing cover. Positioning is huge, especially when it comes to gunfights. If you have the perfect angle, which limits your enemy's line of sight, then you have the upper hand. We've talked about cover 3 times already, and this is where we reinforce it. Are you using cover to its maximum potential? Are we limiting our enemy's line of sight on us? Are we too exposed? Are we too far away from cover? Did I use this head glitch properly, or can I use a head glitch properly? These are things you want to focus on, guys. Positioning is another huge factor that you can clean up in a 1v1, and when it comes to a real life situation, you'll have it locked down. Why a 1v1? Because you learn to use the maps to your advantage. You can play any map you want in a 1v1. By doing so, you learn sight lanes. You learn places to stand. All that good stuff. Lastly, we're going to get into post engagement. Even if it's you and your buddy on the map, at the end of every engagement, prepare as if there's another fight coming. Are you looking for the next spawn point? Are you covering up and recovering your life? Are you finding the closest cover and recovering and reloading your weapons? Guys, these are just a few things I practice. If you ever see me doing 1v1s with anyone, just know I'm out here practicing with purpose. Trying to find any flaw in my game and trying to correct it and improve on it. People say that if you want to learn how to swim, throw them in the deep end. And they'll either sink or swim. In my opinion, I think that's a terrible way of learning. Terrible way of looking at it. Sure, you can do that for the first few times to gain exposure, but you're not going to improve drastically. Ultimately, I see it as this. Dying over and over to somebody with a Not Forgotten or a Lord of Wolves is not the way to improve. You're not going to learn from getting beat by someone in the Crucible with the same weapon over and over and over. They're not going to stop and tell you, hey, you're peeking out of cover too far. Hey, when I'm shooting you, I think I'm flinching you too hard and you're missing your shots. No one in the Crucible, no one in the Classic Mix, no one in the Control playlist, no one in Rumble is going to stop, hold your hand and be like, hey, bro, you may want to get a little bit better at your movement here. It's a little boxy. Your strafing's a little bad. I can tell automatically where you're going to be at. No, that's just ridiculous. No one's going to stop that. No one's going to stop you in the Crucible and tell you. Look at it like this. Because I know I'm gonna see this in the comment section. Someone's going to say, Brave, I don't have any friends. Well, that's fine. Next time you go into the Crucible, next time you go into a Rumble match and you get spanked by somebody, send them a message. Hey, do you want to do a friendly 1v1? If they tell you to shove it, oh wells, move on, no sweat off your back, send it to the next person. There's going to be a good person out there who's going to be like, yeah, man, let's do a 1v1. Because some people enjoy that stuff, you know? I personally enjoy doing 1v1s more than I enjoy playing quick play, playing comp, because it's fun for me. It's a great way to improve. Ultimately, if you want to improve, no one in the Crucible is going to stop you and tell you what you're doing wrong. Nobody. But if you go into a 1v1, you can focus on little things we learned about today. If it be your aim, if it be you're getting flinched too hard, if it be strafing in and out of cover, if it's going to be drop shooting, maybe you keep going into your next engagement without a fully reloaded weapon. Some things to keep in mind, some things to look at. Again, shout out to Legends for pretty much beating me every game we played. The guy's a highly skilled player, so I recommend you go check him out. Again, Crit, appreciate it so much for giving me the footage in the background. If you found this video useful, maybe it's going to help you improve. Maybe it has helped you improve. Maybe you took something out of this video. Do me a huge favor and just comment down below. Be like, Brave, I appreciate a video like this. To see more videos like this, for me to get in depth with some of the stuff I mentioned, by all means, just comment down below. Brave, can we get into a video of more utilizing cover? Can we get into a video like this? Overall, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Other than that, I will see you guys in tomorrow's video.